I'm Stephanie Slone, IB Tech, Communication 101, Process Speech 2. This evening I'm going to teach you how to make a bow. Throw out the gift bags, it's time to go back to tradition and wrapping packages made with bows. There are 6 simple steps to make your bows. Right here is the end product, and this is exactly what we're going to be doing. First, we're going to take our package and we're going to pick out some ribbon. Right here is a ribbon dispenser that I've just made out of a box in a hanger. You can purchase ribbon dispensers for your bows, but it's going to run you about $75. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the package and we're going to find which ribbon we want to use. We can have different choices. We can have green, red, we can even do gold. So we'll do gold. The other supplies that you're going to need are scissors, ribbon, your package, and then just a plastic sack for you to throw away your extra ribbon that you're cutting off. So now that we've got all of our all of our stuff ready, we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to pull enough ribbon to wrap around the bow wrap around the box. We're going to start over on our left side, working right. We're going to go under. Get on my knees here. You need to make sure that you have at least 6 inches or more of ribbon extra when we're going to cross the package. That way you have enough to hang on to, because it's especially important when making your bows that you have your ribbon tight enough. Otherwise you're going to have your bow falling all over the place, and that's not going to be very pretty. So I'm going to wrap it under, and then I'm going to take it over again. And I'm going to have, like I said, enough extra. I'm going to cut it. And then we're going to loop it underneath the knot. And we're going to crisscross it and make a knot. Once again, you need to make sure it's very tight. Right here is the first part of the bow process. You need to just make sure that the ribbon is correctly on the box and it's not all of these different shapes. Put your package to the side. Step number 3 is where we're going to focus on the bow. Again, we take the ribbon that's the same color and style as that we put on the package. You need to pull all the extra ribbon off. And we're going to make 7 loops. Minimum amount of loops that you need to make are 7. But depending on the package, the size of your gift, you can make up to 12 different loops. But right now, because we just have an average package size, we're just going to use 7. So we just start making loops, and we count 1. And this is especially important to make sure that your bow, this is as big as my bow is going to get. If we have a little package, we're going to want to make sure that we only do a smaller bow and keep things in proportion. And this will be 2. Actually, that's 3. If you didn't make a little box or use the dispenser for the ribbon, what you're going to end up having is a mess and your ribbon's going to get all twisted. And each of these spools of ribbon actually only cost about $6. And I've had mine for 10 years now. So, I mean, and I wrap all of my presents in bows. Every holiday, I do this for every single Christmas present. Once we get to 7, a minimum of 7 loops, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the bow, the ribbon, and now we have our loops. Don't let go, don't let it fall off, otherwise you're going to have to restart. The next step is you're going to bend your loop and you're going to make sure that you have it on even sides, almost like a little heart. If you have one loop this side and one over here, then your bow is going to be lopsided. So it's very important to fold your bows together, and you're going to have it like this. You take your scissors and your trash bag and you make your angle cuts. Make sure that you make enough of an angle cut and not too much, because if you cross your angles, you're going to end up cutting your bow in half. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it on both sides to where it looks like a pin, a pointy pin. When we go to open it, it's important that you use your thumb, otherwise you're going to do exactly what I just did and you're going to lose your bow, and you just have to throw it out and start over. So we have our package with our ribbon. And we're going to place the bow on top, and then we are going to knot it in. Again, it's very important to make sure everything is tight. If it's not tight, then you risk pulling the bow out, and you're not going to break the ribbon, so pull very tightly, and then you're going to do a double knot. Okay, we have this extra stuff. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to cut it. Cut it to about 3 inches, or at least a little bit less than the actual size of the loop. This is my favorite part. This is step 6. This is the fanning of the loops. What we're going to do, we're going to take one loop and we're going to put it forward. We're going to push the next loop back, and we're just going to keep alternating until we get this side of the bow fluffed. Back and forth, back and forth. So now we have half of it done. We turn the box around, again, down, back and forth, alternating. And the beauty of these bows is that you can manipulate the loops, because right now it doesn't look very pretty. So what you do is you just mess around and manipulate the bows and the loops until you get it to looking exactly how you want it. And it really doesn't take that much work, but it makes a big statement when you go to give your gift to that person. I mean, everybody nowadays is just throwing everything in paper bags, decorative bags, and it really doesn't put a lot of thought into the gift. When a kid opens up his, or goes and has his birthday party, and they have these packages, and it's fun when you have different wrappings, you can alternate colors, then you can tower them and put your bow to secure them all, and it really makes a statement. The kids are very excited about it, and the adults too. My husband's grandmother, she likes to keep all of the bows and then reuse them for gifts throughout the year. But that's it, that's the end. After a $20 investment, $20 to $30 is all it takes to get started. And again, like I've had these for 10 years now, and I still have plenty of them. They're each 225 yards of ribbon. And with an investment of $25, you can begin to make your own homemade bows. Thank you.